How's everyone doing this weekend? Well, boy, do I have a story I want to share. I meant to tell this one on a Thursday, but I completely forgot. I was lazy. Yeah. Yeah, shit happens. So, Thursday morning, I was getting ready for work, and then I noticed on my phone that we had a severe thunderstorm warning. But then later that morning, we ended up having a tornado warning. Only I did only the notification didn't come up until I was already on the road on my way to my job. Because as soon as I got on the main road that I usually take to go to work, it said my phone popped up something about tornado warning, take shelter now, and I'm like, oh shit, what do I do now? So I called my wife and let her know and all. And about halfway there, I started to hear sirens go off, and I started to freak out a little because I really didn't know what to do in that type of situation. Especially when you're on the road and shit. But I just kept driving, and I just kept praying, jeez, I hope a tornado does not pop up in front of me or some shit. Well, needless to say, I made it to work safe, but by the time I got in the building, the rain just started coming down hard, like literally. And I was very relieved that I got there just in time. I did end up leaving a little earlier than usual because I usually leave the house around 6:30 that morning, and I have to be at work at 8 because I'm an early person. Better early than late. Am I right? And that's why I left immediately as soon as I got dressed. So I didn't even bother eating breakfast or anything before I left. I just threw on some clothes and off I went. Well, as the day progressed on, it started to clear up, because by the time I got done with my shift, the sky was already crystal clear blue, so hey, that's a good thing. And I did end up calling my mom, and she somehow already knew, and I just wanted to call and let her know that I'm safe and all. Yeah. And today we also went to my niece's birthday party, and we were only there for maybe an hour or so, and then we had to leave because all the bugs just started flying around, and her and her parents kind of live out in the country, and so that's why there were so many bugs and gnats and all that stuff. And let's see. I did Uber this morning too, before we left for the party, and I'm gonna do it again tonight around 7, about 30 minutes from so. It's already 6:30, so hopefully I'll make some good money. And I did text my mom, asking her what she's doing for Mother's Day, which is only 2 months away, and she says not much. And I thought, maybe I could treat her out to lunch, and she agreed. And I'm gonna drive down there and take her out to lunch. And she lives in the next state over, which is about 3.5 hours, which I don't mind. I love long drives. I don't know what is it about me that about road trips, because I used to hate them when I was younger, but now I just love them for some reason. And then I'm not sure what I want to get her, but I am thinking about stopping by the Cracker Barrel gift store and see if I can find her something there. You know, they got a lot of cool stuff. Cracker Barrel is not just a restaurant, but there's also a gift shop right next to it. So it's pretty neat. You know, my wife and I looked around it, you know, many times while we were every time we go out to Cracker Barrel. So, but anyway, that's all I wanted that's all I wanted to tell. You know, the tornado warning and you know this and that and I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here, and I'll probably be back sometime this week to give you some tips on how to sign up for Grubhub be, and become an Uber driver and all that. It just depends. Anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel below, and be sure to hit the bell icon so that way you get notified when I come out with new videos. Also, subscribe to my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, and I'm not sure when I'll be doing Twitch again. It really just depends, because right now I live in a small apartment, and so it's probably going to be a little while before I can get a bigger place. I'm hoping I can get a house maybe with an extra room. That way I can convert it into an office / gaming area. So it'll be a lot easier on me, you know, to do Twitch that way, because when I was doing Twitch before, I was always having to take my laptop and move it into the living room, you know, and just set it right next to my Xbox and all. So I don't know, it's just getting really frustrating having to move shit back and forth and all. But anyway, y'all have a great weekend, and I'll be back with another video. I'm not sure what this video is what I'm gonna do with for another video, but I'll let you know. Anyway, y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.